On CBS 12 News, toxic drinking water affecting 3 areas of Palm Beach County, how schools are dealing with the problem, and what they're doing to keep students and staff safe.
Plus, easier access to vaccines, a new proposal that could bring mobile clinics to Palm Beach County school facilities to help get shots in students' arms.
Emotions running high for those lives lost in a mass shooting near Miami.
You all killed my kid. You must burn.
That is the pain that affects our community right there, right before you.
Where police found the SUV involved in the shooting and newly released video of the suspects investigators want you to see.
You're watching CBS 12 News This Morning, the one to turn to.
Hey there, happy June 1st, everybody. I'm Matt Lincoln.
And I'm Terry Hornstein. For those of you who had the holiday yesterday, welcome back to another work day, but also, a day of normalcy, but also the beginning of hurricane season.
That's right. This is day one of hurricane season. We've already seen one named storm in the Atlantic, but what's it looking like out there right now in the tropics, Lauren?
Clear for us out there. Not expecting any development through the next 2 to 5 days. Anna was our first storm. It was a tropical storm. Next name on the list is Bill. And again, a look across the Atlantic. Nothing out there right now. If anything gets circled or that changes, of course, we'll let you know. Look from PGA National off towards the east. Getting some breaks in the clouds out there. More light coming up, too, so it's nice. Plane taking off out of PBIA. A few clouds lingering outside, but overall, we're in better shape. We had a lot of rain offshore this morning. You can see a lot of that dissipating rather quickly. Still just some lingering light drizzle almost in northern Palm Beach County right now. If anything, it's just a thicker cloud deck there. Overall, it's not a bad start to our morning now. Still watching, though, some rain that we have off towards our west. I'll keep an eye on that through the morning. This would still be several hours away if it made its way on our coastline this morning. Down to 68 degrees in Okeechobee. We're at 70 in Belle Glade. West Palm Beach is at 76, 72 in Stewart and Port St. Lucie. Boca, you're at 76 degrees right now. We've got that east wind out there. Our highs for today, right around the mid-80s, where we've been for the past several days and where we'll continue to be for the next several days. That wind comes in out of the east. It pushes a few showers on the shore this morning. It brings us a better chance of some downpours further inland later into the afternoon. We're going to take a closer look at when rain chances actually increase a bit for us. That's still ahead. Matt, Terry.
Well, Lauren, 6:01, the tropics are clear, and so is traffic. Taking a look right now at our maps, and this is in Boca Raton, where traffic is up to speed. You go from Boca, you go all the way north to Fellsmere. We're not seeing any issues, including at southbound Australian Avenue in West Palm Beach, where our traffic tracker stopped at a traffic light, obeying the rules of the road. No problems on our roadways.
Time right now, 6:01. The water advisory affecting thousands of West Palm Beach, South Palm Beach, and Town of Palm Beach residents is expected to last at least to the rest of the week.
Yeah, high levels of toxins from blue-green algae were found in drinking water last week. Mayor Keith James says he hopes to get test results back this Thursday to lift the advisory.
Children under 6 years old, the elderly, people with liver conditions, people receiving dialysis treatment, and pregnant or breastfeeding mothers should avoid drinking the water. But Mayor James says if you're not one of those vulnerable members of the community, you should be fine to drink the water.
But if you are one of those affected, you can still pick up cases of bottled water this week at Gaines Park in West Palm Beach from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And as your kids are getting ready for school this morning, some schools are now under a water advisory as well. And CBS 12 News' Madeline Montgomery live at Northborough Elementary in West Palm. Maddie, you can't have school without safe water, so what are they doing there?
Well, they're adding to their school supply list. These are on there for here at Northborough as well as 19 other schools in the district. And it's only the schools that are in the city of West Palm Beach and the town of Palm Beach. And this advisory started on Friday, and it is because of algae-induced toxins in the water. And like y'all said earlier, it doesn't pose a danger for everyone, according to officials, but where schools are concerned, there is a warning that kids, especially under 6, need to avoid the water. And so to protect students, what the district is doing, they have closed off water fountains. They are giving out water bottles, and the cafeteria staff is changing menus accordingly. And if you want a full list of those schools that are under this advisory to make sure your kid's school isn't one of them, you can go to CBS12.com. For now, live in West Palm Beach, Madeline Montgomery, CBS 12 News.
And residents with questions can call the city's hotline. You got the number right here on your screen, 561-822-2222. You can also find more resources on our website, CBS12.com.
There is a possibility the Palm Beach County School District may open 4 COVID-19 vaccination sites soon.
Yeah, and all with the goal to provide easier access for students to get the shot. Sam Kerrigan joining us now from the COVID Alert Desk with the proposal that school board members will vote on. So Sam, when will this decision be made?
Well, Matt and Terry, we could see this as soon as tomorrow. School board members are expected to vote on a partnership tomorrow between the county's health district and the school district to open 4 mobile clinics for kids 12 and older. According to this proposal, students will be able to get the Pfizer vaccine in parking lots of school district properties. Those sites include the Fulton Holland Educational Services Center in West Palm Beach, Mary and Robert Pugh Center in Palm Beach Gardens, Wpec Educational Center in Belle Glade, and Safe Schools Institute in Boca Raton. If approved, we could see those sites up and running later this month. And again, school board members expected to make that vote tomorrow. CBS 12 News will, of course, be tracking this and bring you the latest on air and online. Matt and Terry.
All right, Sam, thank you. Coming up on 6:05. And right now, the manhunt continues for 3 suspects who pulled up in a white SUV and fired shots at a large crowd at a banquet hall near Miami.
Investigators say this was a targeted shooting involving a group of rivals. The reward is now up to $130,000 for information leading to any arrests. Miami-Dade police found the SUV. They say the suspects were driving in Sunday morning. You're looking at that here. The stolen SUV was at the bottom of Biscayne Canal, just miles from where this shooting happened.
And police are also sharing chilling new video of the suspects. Kara Duffy following the story from the live desk with where that investigation stands now. Kara?
Yeah, this morning we are getting our first look at that newly released surveillance video. It shows the moments before the deadly ambush. Take a look at this. You can see the white SUV pull up alongside the banquet hall there. 3 men jump out wearing ski masks and hoodies. They take off running towards the crowd. Now, in the roughly 11 seconds before they leap back into the SUV, they had already unleashed a hail of deadly gunfire using assault-style rifles and handguns. Clayton Dillard, whose son was shot and killed, could not contain his grief during a news conference. Take a listen.
You all killed my kid. You must burn.
So hard to listen to. And as the grieving father just continued to cry out, the director of the Miami-Dade Police Department, he pleaded with the public to come forward and help catch these killers.
That is the pain that affects our community right there, right before you. That's why together, all of us, we must work harder to bring justice to these families who are crying, as you hear right now. Know that the Miami-Dade Police Department will not stop.
Again, police found that white SUV, which was stolen, submerged in a nearby canal, but no sign of the shooters. Miami's police chief warning that if something is not done to stop the gun violence across the nation, including right there in Miami, well, he says it is going to be a, quote, long, hot, bloody summer. Matt.
Kara, and the mass shooting firing up the gun control debate once again in Florida. After the Parkland shooting in 2018, the state saw a wave of gun safety bills. But lately, we've seen new laws in place to stop gun restrictions. The legislature recently passing a new law that widens an existing ban, preventing cities and counties from enacting their own gun rules. And that came after a tense debate. Listen.
As much as you do not like it, when you stood at the front of this chamber and took an oath to support and defend the Constitution, that meant all of it, including the Second Amendment.
This is a place where, let's be truthful, we've had Parkland. This is a place where we had the post-nightclub shootings. This is a place where we've had countless other shootings.
So far, the governor has not talked about gun control. Instead, he's calling on police to catch those responsible for this shooting.
And following this weekend full of gun violence across South Florida, the Boynton Beach Police Department is preparing for their first ever gun buyback program. It'll be at the God House of Kingdom Worship in Boynton Beach on Friday. Those turning in handguns will get $100 gift cards and $200 for rifles. People can drop off guns they may not own legally without any questions asked by law enforcement. The take back will be from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Well, 6:08, in the next chapter of the ongoing saga of a troubled local woman. Remember this woman? She was found inside a storm drain in Delray Beach back in March. After going missing in Texas, she was found, you guessed it, in another storm pipe. Lindsay Kennedy's family says she checked into a rehab facility in Grand Prairie near Dallas for psychosis and post-traumatic stress disorder. And then a week later, Kennedy wandered off. In the next half hour, much more on this deja vu about her rescue in Texas and how the family was able to track her location.
Time right now, 6:08. Still ahead on CBS 12 News this morning, a sense of returning back to normal as the cruise industry begins making a comeback. The latest cruise line that could soon take off right here in our state.
And looking nice outside for the morning. We've got a few showers coming ashore, though. We'll talk more about the rest of your day next.